So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now Osweiler on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after out of the gate.
To try again after the sack. Osweiler.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Try to lay one up deep, and that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They run. Montgomery. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Osweiler. And down he goes in the end zone. And that results in a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a run with Montgomery. Montgomery hit and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Titans. When they have the football, it will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The numbers for Jones last week, 14 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the first down sack. Osweiler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing, Osweiler. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. I took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or two away from making it work.
Here's Hill on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for the Titans. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Yeah, he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing in on offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill it.
Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
Stop your whining.
3rd and long. It's Osweiler. Caught by Montgomery. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now it's Watson. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. His throw incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 59.
Now Watson to throw on third down. Steps away to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going. Really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close.
Let's go!
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go. You tighten up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Love. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Osweiler. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
On 1st down, Watson. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The New York set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Osweiler. And incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a first down throw, Watson. That's complete to Sharp. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. On 1st and 10, Watson completes it to Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. Third and long, it's Watson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up.
You know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. Yeah. The offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get them holes. Check 26, check 24.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it with Jackson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Watson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check it back, check it back. I take it in. Watch the motion, watch the motion.
Watson now to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll go again to Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack fluff.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
That's it, baby. We got work.
And the Titans getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the... you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
X3, 218, chop it. Let's go.
First throw now for the backup Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back now in Nashville. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Osweiler nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Osweiler. And that is incomplete.
What with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. A great return there of 22 yards.
Let's go.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mark Barron in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On 2nd and 12, Osweiler. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Osweiler. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go. Hey. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. They run again with Jackson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st.
Let's go. Let's do it. Go out. Come on, Motion.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down, Titans gain of 12. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On second down, it's Jackson. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stevens, flushed out right. He'll have a first down inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Slam. Hayward. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Crunch time, defense.
Looking to throw. Stevens. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
54, right there. 54, Mike. You don't know no better. Mike's 54.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's 5 at the 6. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
On 4th down, Stevens. And it is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
We got this.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on now, let's go.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Jackson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
54 Mike. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Wow, Orbit. Watch the edge.
Back to throw. Stevens. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down.
Mike, hey, Mike 5'9". Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he is going to lose yardage here. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw